So let's talk about tuning your guitar. This is so important. You're going to have to do this every single time before you play. Maybe if you're doing multiple practice sessions during a day, you can tune it at the start of a day and maybe tune it later on at the end of the day. But let me stress this over and over. Make sure when you play your guitar it's in tune. If you're a young guy or girl, maybe you even need to get your parents to help you with this. I'm going to try to explain it as good as I can. You might have received something that looks like this, where you can clip on your guitar. What I use is an app on my phone. If you have, like I said, if you don't have a phone yet, want to use your parents' phone, I use an app called Guitar Tuner. It looks like this. You can see there it's on automatic now. And what you do is once you hold that pick, you're gonna pluck each string. So you start out with the top string, which is the 6th string. Remember, bottom's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna do like this. You're gonna keep plucking until, and you're gonna twist. Remember, the top string is this nut closest to you. So you're gonna keep plucking until it shows a green light. That means it's tuned. Once it's tuned, you go to the next string, the 5th string, and you start doing like this. And you're gonna slowly twist, loosen or tighten. Remember, if you're looking at your head of your guitar, this is the 6th string, this is the 5th, this is the 4th, this is the 3rd, this is the 2nd, this is the bottom. So it goes around the 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Remember, it goes around. And again, especially when you're starting out, if your guitar is new, you might have to do a lot of twisting. Once you get to playing your guitar often, you're barely going to tighten or loosen it every single time. So don't think you're going to do a lot of twist. A lot of kids I see do that. Like, you want to be very careful with your guitar. Slowly. Remember, and you're not going to just, my 10-year-old son does this. He hits it once and waits. You want to get where you keep on plucking that string because you're listening right there. Then you go to the next string. Then you go to the next string. See, all mine are tuned right now. Good. Next one. And the bottom. Again, let me stress this enough, guys. If your guitar is out of tune, you can be playing everything perfect and doing all the right steps the rest of the video, but it's not going to sound good. So I'm going to, many chapters throughout this course, I'm going to say, remember, is your guitar tuned? Is your guitar tuned? Because I'll say my 10-year-old, I look at it, I'm like, it looks like he's doing good, but the sound's not good. It's because his guitar is not tuned. So it's going to be a little tiresome. You have to do it more than you want to at first, but you're just going to get the string. And this is a great exercise if you're just starting out. Just work on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just kind of plucking one string at a time. Next string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember, guys, I see sometimes people, let's say they're on the 3rd string, but they're twisting this one. Make sure you're twisting the right string. And again, this could be something, especially if you're starting out, you might want to go ask your mom or dad, hey, Mom, can you help me with this a little bit? Because it's a little tricky. But the app is called Guitar Tuner on your phone, on your iPad, that kind of thing. It's great because it's really big, as you can see. It shows you. And you'll see that green line pop up. Let me show you when it's out of tune. Watch this. See, it gets farther and farther away. And I've got to loosen it up, loosen. And now, right there, it'll stay. Let me say this too, guys. The nicer your guitar is, the more it'll stay in tune. So if maybe your parents just bought you a guitar and they're trying to go to see if you want to learn. So maybe your guitar's not very expensive right now. It was kind of a beginner guitar. That guitar is going to go out of tune way faster than a nicer guitar that you'll buy later on down the road. Maybe on Facebook Marketplace, at a guitar store, that kind of thing, after you get more advanced. But starting out, you got a beginner guitar, so you have to tune it a little more often, just because it's not quite as expensive as a nicer guitar that you'll play down the road. That's okay. Once you get really good at guitar, you're going to want to get a nice guitar, I promise you. But get used to just continuously plucking each string. This is so important, guys. I'm telling you, if you can grab a guitar, get a tuner, like I said, with an iPhone or on your app, or one of these, If you just know how to tune a guitar, you're better than 90% of people out there. Probably 95% of people all over the world can't even tune a guitar. So just if you've got this far in the course, you understand the parts of a guitar, the body, the neck, the head, the tuning knobs, the sound hole. You understand the strings. The string names, E, A, G. Every good, was it Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. That's how I remember it. Eddie, 8, Dynamite. So E, A, D. The top string's an E. Next one's an A. Then a D. Eddie, 8, Dynamite. And then it's GBE. Goodbye Eddie. Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. You don't necessarily have to know the string names, but just if somebody refers to them, that's what they're talking about. Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. Starting with the top. E, A, D, G, B, E. So, and also, just a note, this top string is called the low E, and the bottom string is called the high E. So you have two E strings, a low one and a high one. Guys, make sure every single time you play that guitar, if you're practicing 5 minutes, setting it down and come back practicing 5 more minutes, you don't have to tune it. But if you wait a few hours, always grab that tuner real fast.